Hi guys! A lot of you have been asking us on Instagram and on YouTube to talk about the different French accents because I don't think you get to hear them quite often. So I've been gathering a bunch of clips for a while now and I'll be watching them with you and reacting and commenting. But first I want to talk about and share an incident that happened in France last week with a French politician. Then I'll watch the different clips with you and comment on it. Okay, let's go. So let's start with the incident. These days there's a whole debate in France regarding different French accents and how it is pretty hard, for example, journalists to work on TV if they have a very strong southern accent. It all started with a French politician called Jean-Luc Mélenchon who reacted not really nicely to one journalist who's from the south of France. She was asking him a question and he was just like, oh, I don't understand what you're saying, like, does someone else have another question, someone who speaks French? And yeah, it wasn't really nice.
De Fillon et de Le Pen.
Et alors, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire?
In Paris we would say qu'est-ce que ça veut dire, and in the south of France they pronounce every syllable really well, so I'm really gonna imitate it really badly, but it's qu'est-ce que ça veut dire.
Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire?
And so he imitated her right here.
Je ne comprends pas ce que vous voulez dire. Quelqu'un a-t-il une question formulée en français?
And Jean-Michel Apathy, who's a very famous French journalist who happens to be from the south of France and still speaks with his southern accent, reacted to it.
Honnêtement, ça m'a choqué sur le coup parce que c'est une forme de discrimination insupportable. Et ce qu'on demande à des journalistes, c'est précisément d'abdiquer quelque chose de leur identité. Honnêtement, ça m'a choqué sur le coup parce que c'est une forme de discrimination insupportable.
Honnêtement, ça m'a choqué sur le coup parce que c'est une sorte de discrimination insupportable. I don't know if there's the same problem in other countries, maybe in South America. I know some of you watching us are from there. But yeah, tell me if there's maybe something like that going on in your country, if a specific type of accent is kind of laughed at or something similar. I would really like to know. So France has a lot of different accents and even dialects, languages, and so I won't be talking about those, I'll just be talking about the different accents and specifically the difference between the north and the south of France, as well as some from outside of the country. So this clip is from a cool radio show on France Inter, where the writer and the journalist goes around France or around Paris, depending on the subject he's covering. And he likes to speak to, let's say, quote-unquote, normal people like you and me, you know, just like someone in a cafe, in a bar, on the Sunday market, you know. And in this video in particular, he goes to Marseille.
S'il avait pris Guingamp et qu'il aurait gagné la Coupe d'Europe, j'aurais dit c'est un grand entraîneur. Il a la meilleure équipe du monde. Il peut pas gagner des coupes, non?
Bah, m'engueulez pas, c'est pas de ma faute.
Non, mais c'est vrai, c'est pas vrai. La France, on est chauvin.
Bon, vous êtes pas chauvin?
Non, je suis pas chauvin. Mais...
They pronounce it a bit differently and they say chauvin, chauvin. I don't do the accent really well at all. They kind of add the ing at the end.
Non, je suis pas chauvin, mais moi...
Non, je suis pas chauvin. It's an exaggeration how I do it, but yeah, we would say je suis pas chauvin or je suis pas chauvin. Usually the words that ends with un, that's where you can recognize the accent.
Non, je suis pas chauvin, mais moi je trouve qu'on en fait trop.
Non, je suis pas chauvin, mais moi je pense qu'on en fait trop. Okay, next is a very famous pastry chef in France called Cyril Lignac, and he has a really cool TV show called Le Meilleur Pâtissier, so the best pastry chef. It's on M6 if you're in France and you want to watch it. Let's hear how he speaks.
Et c'est gourmand, il y a du croquant, j'aime bien. Ultra gourmande, c'est bon, c'est gourmand, c'est gourmand.
He says gourmand croquant. He says it differently from me. I say gourmand croquant. Listen to how he says it.
Et c'est gourmand, il y a du croquant.
So yeah, that's how you can recognize an accent from the south of France. But also note that some people from the south of France don't have this really strong accent, and some people will speak French the way I do.
La petite astuce pour améliorer le quotidien. Et moi, je trouve ça sympa.
La petite astuce pour améliorer le quotidien. Et moi, je trouve ça sympa. So this next clip is really cool because you can see an actress practicing her accents. So let's watch it.
L'accent du Sud, c'est que tout est un petit peu bouilli. Sympathiquement bouilli. C'est ratatouille. Dis-moi orange avec ton bel accent du Sud.
Orange.
Voilà, il se passe rien. Et maintenant, dis-le-moi avec tout le travail qu'on a fait.
Orange.
Yeah, she would usually pronounce it orange, orange, and we say orange, orange. Okay, next clip is really cool. I don't think you get a chance to hear the accent from Corsica very often. So here we can hear actually the language they speak and their accent too. It's a bit different from southern accent. It has more of an Italian vibe to it.
Allora, pagina è stata marcata in 2014 a Bresa di Bastia.
Je dis pas très fort ici. Je suis parisienne.
C'est pas grave, hein. Il faut de tout pour faire un monde. Je suis indépendantiste. Aujourd'hui, on ne parlera pas d'indépendance, on parlera d'autonomie.
But it does like resemble a lot the southern accent, right? Like independentiste. I can't do it. Like they almost pronounce the N, where we do more of a, in the north of France, we do more of a nasal thing, a nasal sound. So indépendantiste.
Je suis indépendantiste.
I don't know, it's more bouncy when they say it.
C'est pas grave, hein. Il faut de tout pour faire un monde.
C'est pas grave, hein, il faut de tout pour faire un monde. Okay, next, let's talk about the Parisian accents. So, the way I speak is today's Parisian accent, I guess. But actually, there's a really old Parisian accent that I don't really have. I have a kind of a standard Parisian accent, like from today. But there's one called le titi parisien. That's kind of lost and it's not really used anymore, but you can hear it a lot in the movies from the 1930s. So listen to her, she has the accent, he speaks a bit differently.
Tu t'incrustes, ça finira par faire du vilain.
Et après?
Oh, t'as pas toujours été aussi fatalitaire.
Fataliste.
Fatalitaire. I don't know, it sounds really funny.
Si tu veux le résultat elle-même.
Si tu veux le résultat elle-même. It's really different from the south of France. Okay, so I'm sure the way she speaks is a bit more unnatural, I guess, because it's from a movie, right? But the accent is here, it's really accurate, and we don't really speak like that anymore. Sometimes you can hear someone in a shop or around Paris, but it's pretty rare to spot.
Tu t'incrustes, ça finira par faire du vilain.
Tu t'incrustes, ça finira par faire du vilain. The only person I've found in the French celebrities, I guess, or the well-known person, is Gérard Depardieu's daughter. Her accent is a bit of a mix of Parisian accent and like le titi parisien, and the accent from the countryside around Paris.
Julie Depardieu est avec nous. Salut Julie.
Bonjour.
Quand on sort de la pièce, on parle comme ça parce que pendant toute la pièce, vous avez ce petit bagou.
So you can hear the way he interprets it. Ce petit bagou, parle comme ça. And usually we don't speak like that.
J'ai pas trop non plus regardé le film, Arletty.
Regardez. She says that. J'ai pas trop regardé. I would say, j'ai pas trop regardé. So she mashes up everything, but she adds more of a like a throaty noise. After the south of France and the Parisian area, let's go to the north of France. If you like to watch French movies, I'm sure you've heard of Bienvenue chez les Ch'tis. And les Ch'tis are the people in the very north of France.
Votre mâchoire, vous êtes blessé là? Hein? Vous avez mal quand vous parlez là, non? Votre mâchoire, ça va là?
Non, j'ai rien, Juice.
Je vous assure, vous vous exprimez d'une façon très particulière. Hein.
Parce que je m'assieds, c'est ça?
So yeah, it's funny. Of course, it's an exaggeration because it's a funny movie, but that's pretty much how it sounds sometimes. But let's watch another clip from someone speaking with that same accent.
Et celui qui ne veut pas accepter mon accent, bah, à ce moment-là, il va accater ce marchandise ailleurs. Bah, depuis le temps qu'on se connaît, hein. Ben, ouais. Enfin, toi aussi, ça me fait plaisir de te parler comme ça parce que, bah ouais, t'es de ma coin, hein, comme dit l'autre. Hein,
so you hear the difference again. It's really similar with Titi Parisien. It has that throaty sound. Bah, ça me fait plaisir. I mean, Paris is in the north of France, right? But that's the difference between the south and the north.
Et celui qui ne veut pas accepter mon accent, bah, il va accater ce marchandise ailleurs. Hein.
Et bah, celui qui veut pas accepter mon accent, il va acheter sa marchandise ailleurs. Let's see how they speak in Normandy now.
Alors, comment tu vas? Alors il dit, ah ben je vais bien.
À vous revoir. Ça veut dire au revoir.
So again, there's so many different like languages around France. People use them less and less, but sometimes they just keep some expressions, I guess, in their language.
Alors comment tu vas? Alors il dit, ah ben je vais bien.
Bah comment tu vas? Bah je vais bien. Comment tu vas? Bah je vais bien. Okay, so for a bonus, at the end of the video, I just wanted to share 2 more different accents. Because French is spoken in many parts of the world, sometimes you ask us if we understand them, or if we can speak like them, or if it's similar, or how different it is. So I'm going to show you 2 small clips just so you can hear the difference from everything else we've listened to earlier. So let's start with the accent from, I think, Cameroun.
Tu dors avec elle dans une période très calamiteuse. Tu comprends? C'est-à-dire que 3 mois après ou 6 mois, elle commence déjà à cracher.
So clearly he's a comedian on the TV show, but I don't think he's exaggerating his accent. That's really how he speaks. So that's how you can sound in Cameroun.
C'est-à-dire que 3 mois après ou 6 mois, elle commence déjà à cracher.
C'est-à-dire que 3 mois après ou 6 mois, elle commence déjà à cracher. Last one is from Québec.
Allô Internet, aujourd'hui je vous arrive avec une bonne théorie du complot. Pas vraiment une théorie du complot non plus, c'est vraiment juste une vidéo sur un sujet que je trouve super passionnant.
So again, I'm not even going to try to imitate that, it's really hard. Let's see if I can just repeat a sentence she says.
Allô Internet, aujourd'hui je vous arrive avec une bonne théorie du complot.
Hello Internet, j'arrive aujourd'hui avec une bonne théorie du complot. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video where I share all the different accents from France. Also, I have to say that this video was brought to you by our dear Patreons. I kind of always wanted to say that, but yeah, not for real. Thank you so much to all of our Patrons. They really help us keep having StreetFrench.org running by paying things we need, like our website and the Teachable page and the different equipment we buy to make these videos. So yeah, thank you so much to our patrons. And thank you so much to all of you guys who are watching. You're helping us so much by liking, by watching the video, by commenting, and just enjoying our work. So yeah, if there's any other type of French accent you would want me to react to, or to repeat and do the difference between Parisian accent and that other accent, just leave it in the comments below and I can make a part 2. See you next time. Salut, bye bye.